Spunkers. Spunky, spunky. Spunky. Spunkers. And Coda! There's a Coda doggy. Here's my Cody. There's Kiss Cat. Okay, we're going to back up. We're walking in the woods. Kissy, 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 kissy. My Cody. We're in the woods. Doggy and my kitty. Two kitties. Coda. And Kissy Cat, my little gray kitty. My sweet little gray kitty. He's 15. We got him in 1997. As a little tiny kitten, we rescued him. And he loves being on walks with us. Yes. And Spunky, he likes being a wild beast out in the woods. And he checks things out. Runs up and down trees. And Coda likes things thrown for him. He's looking for a pine cone or something right now for me to throw for him. Coda. This road was cut by the loggers probably back in the 60s. I don't know. Nancy on a walk with her pet. October 2012. Finally got our rains. They've lifted the fire restrictions. So the woods looks just magnificent. The greens everywhere. And look at the moss on that one tree. High up as you can go. Yep. Down on the ground, see a lot of remnants of bur oak acorns. Tan oak, bur oak. And that's what drives Kibibi nuts, is the squirrels up in the oak trees getting all the acorns. And they throw things down on her, and she doesn't like that. Spunky has as good a nose on him as any dog. Used to be, he'd lead the pack. He'd find something and they would dig it up for him and he'd eat it. What you got, Spugs? You on something? You find something? Huh? I need to make a bracket so this thing can fit on my eyeglasses so you can see it just as I see things. Instead of my having to hold it. The reason I'm out here walking today is after the rains, usually all the mushrooms pop up. I don't see any yet. Look at the moss and stuff on that stump. I have no idea how many different species there are there. As I said, after the rains, Oregon's multiple greens take over down here in southern Oregon. My Koda, my good boy Koda. My Koda, he likes his mommy, yes. He's a good boy. He's guarding mommy. He's got to take over for Phantom. Here comes Kabibi. I see a Kabibi. I see a Kabibi. Here comes a Kabibi. Look at her coming. Look at the Kabibi. Oh my goodness. She's running. She's running. She's coming. Beavers. Beavers, beavers. Come. Bibi, come. This is normal. One or the other grabs the other one by the collar and they play. Koda, come here. Koda, leave her alone. Come on. Beavers. Koda. Koda. Come on, come on. Get a stick. Yeah, there you go. Good boy, get the stick. Get the stick. Good girl. My beautiful girl. Yeah, my good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So beautiful. Bibi's a good girl. Okay, let's go up the house. I love these woods. Wonder why the marks on the trees got there. Hey. Good girl. Koda, Koda, Koda. And spunkers, spunkers, spunkers. And Kizzy. There's Kizzy. He's out in the back. Here comes Kizzy. And here's a zip line my son-in-laws and my grandson put in. I haven't tried it yet. Because for one thing, that seat looks very uncomfortable. And second of all, there are no brakes on the doggone thing. And third of all, you smash into that tree right there when you finish. And I don't relish getting anything broken at this point in time. Good girl. Good girl. Look at the pretty girl. All full of burrs. Where's Daddy? I thought Daddy was coming. I thought Daddy was coming home. I thought I heard the gate. Beavers! Okay, he's coming now. It must be. She's running back up. She thought she heard him earlier too. Now she's going back up. Beavers! Beavers! Everybody's heading back up. There's Spunky. And there's Here she comes again. Here comes the Kapipi. Woo! Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, I love how she runs to us. It's a good girl. Oh, such a good girl. Look at her. Oh, yes, a good girl. Yes, my good girl. Yes. She guards mommy too. Good girl. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Just walk with this camera. Videotape it. Oh, this is one of my favorite spots here to photograph. This is a madrone. And you notice the bottom bark, it's not glaring, the bottom bark is crusty. And then the top bark is all smooth. Oh, look. Got a foliate lichen on it now. And all the mosses. And I would love to get some itsy bitsy little critters, you know, like fairies or something, and put them in this little hole in the base of this tree. A lot of these madrones are hollow, and they are a wealth of housing for a lot of animals. These things are called ground cones or Bosnachia, and they're parasitic on the roots of madrones, and I understand oaks too, though I haven't seen that as much. We have two varieties up here that flower. One flower flowers purple and one flowers yellow, and they're quite pretty when they bloom. But and actually I had somebody contact me one time when I was doing a research paper on these things. He's from India, and he said something about he was researching some kind of health properties or medicinal properties that the Bosnachia had, which was interesting to me. But I gave the research to another student to follow up on, and I did mine on pine cones instead. This is a snowberry. It's white. It's in the Ceanothus family, I'm thinking. It's been a while since I've taken that botany class. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. There we go. You see the little white berries on there? Interestingly enough, the poison oak also has white berries. And we know that because we see them, first of all. And second of all, the poison oak berries are eaten by the quail. Somebody had killed a quail in front of our gate and gutted it out. And its crop was all full of white poison oak berries, which I thought was interesting. I'm hoping this can show up with the sun behind it. Yeah, not so much. There's spider webs all over the place. Time beavers all over the place. I can see them, but I don't think the camera can. Here's one. Little orb weaver here. My favorites, though, are what I call the parachute spider webs. And according to my research, little as it has been, spiders in the Cryptophora family, and they make urn-shaped webs, but they are not found in North America. Well, I hate to tell people that I've got several thousand of them or more in these woods, and they seem to make their webs in such a way that any insects coming up from the ground get caught, and they're quite fun. This is a path that, that's the new outhouse that Tom's building for me. See how close it is to the trailer? You know, since the surgery I need to be close to facilities, so he authorized that and started building it for me. Okay, We're now going down the path that leads to the turbine. I can't go all the way without Tom, because it is steep in the last part of the path. But he bulldozed this with our little Alf Chalmers 1956 antique bulldozer a few years ago. And it's been interesting seeing what comes back first. Of course, the poison oak is number one. This hasn't had any blackberries. I don't think it gets enough sun back in here. This shows it pretty well. See, this is the madrone. You see the green bark? That's the cambium layer. And what happens is that reddish stuff is shed when the sun starts going back south again. And when it's hot during the day. And then the green, they shed their leaves to protect the soil, I think. And then the green cambium layer takes over the photosynthesis. Now the other interesting thing about a madrone is when it's damaged or hurt, it will actually seal off part of itself and let that part die. Well, the other half, or other part, keeps growing. And you see that very clearly there, the dead part on the right and the green part on the left, in the back. It's a fascinating tree. Fascinating. If I were into getting my PhD, I'd probably do a thing on the economic importance, or the ecological importance of the madrone in the north and southwest Oregon forest. Because my theory is that they shed their leaves to keep the moisture in the ground and collect any dew or any moisture during the hot part of the summer when everything's so dry. And they actually protect the soil, which is an interesting idea. They also are home to a lot of animals, as I said earlier, being that most of them are hollow. But they're also very fascinating in that they will grow around any obstacles and make interesting, here goes Coda, grow around things and make interesting shapes. If I were a sculptor and had woodworking materials, I would definitely do something with these madrones. Ow, don't knock me over. Oh, ouch. These guys run around the woods like there's no problem, ever. I think I got it all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I got it all mapped out. Coda! Come on. Now. Okay, what was I saying about the madrone? See, there's a fir, Doug fir there, I think. It's a Doug fir. I can't see the top. And the madrone has actually grown around it. So, when a madrone comes down, sometimes it'll put a lot of other things down with it. Because it's so wrapped around things. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, Coda. Coda loves sticks. Oh, you debarking it first? Ha ha ha. Pun. This is the path that goes down to the turbine. And as you can see, looking upward, there's my office trailer where I've been staying and rehabilitating. And there's the new outhouse. We don't have a door yet. And up above Kabibi, there is a big log. That was a huge oak that came down one winter. And there was so much snow on the ground, I didn't even hear it fall. Unfortunately, it fell that way, away from my trailer. And I was sad to see it go. And their poor woodpecker, who used it for his tower to announce his presence, came back in the spring and was flying around frantically trying to find it and couldn't find it. So here's the steep part that Tom doesn't want me to go down without him here. And I'm sort of leery about doing it even with him, I think. But that goes down to the turbine, the hydroelectric turbine. Of interest here, can't see it very well on something. That huge stump there, that's one of the big giant old growths that had been cut back in the 60s. And in the front of it, there is actually a slot where they put one of those bounce boards, or I forgot what they call them exactly. And the two guys that stand one on either side of the stump and use a two-handed saw and cut the thing down. Man, can you imagine what that would have been like? Something that looks about 4 foot, 5 feet across. That's not even probably one of the bigger ones they got. And here's a really beautiful old madrone. And see the yew tree? Yes, I've got yew trees down here. Yes. I'm glad they didn't find them when tamoxifen was being developed. Come on, spunkers. Come on, baby. Spunkers. We're going back up. You see the monkey? He loves these woods. Okay, we're going back up. Come on, guys. And the blackberry. And the fern. And we have our colorful poison oak. I don't have everything identified yet. But I do know the poison oak. Yeah, I know the poison oak very well. I don't seem to get not as sensitive to it as some people. Well, that's good. Come on, guys. Let's go back up the hill. Come on. Up, 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 up. Good kid. Oh, you gotta see this. You got it, Coda? Let's go. Bring it up. Bring it. Not to me. Come on. Take it up. Come on. Take it up. You want to take it up? Come on. Bring it. Oh, Daddy threw that, huh? I don't want to get behind. I don't want you to get behind me with that. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Ouch. Silly. You're a silly boy. One thing is you got rocks. Lots and lots and lots of rocks. We could probably make a fortune just on landscaping rocks. That's so much we could do with this place. Madrone is very good hardwood for fires, and the loggers consider it a pest. They don't like madrones. And there's my kissy cat. There's Spunky Kitty. Spunkers. People don't believe me when I tell my cats go for hikes with me. Well, they love it, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Kiss, kiss. Kissy, 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 kissy. Yeah. Brr. My kissy cat. Now, it's getting that time. I gotta get up to the cabin. Make spaghetti tonight. I have an urge to have spaghetti. Don't know where his honor is. They've been working late. I sort of don't want you guys to hear him when he gets home from work. Gets really upset. Not happy about things at work. And these are the new stairs. And that's Wellington. He doesn't like to go for hikes. He's my office kitty. And this is one of the big logs they left behind. And I was going to make it into a planter. Haven't gotten around to that. Okay. I'm coming. Now I don't know what to do with this thing once I get this videotape made. Oh, I guess I can zip it or something. Oh, hens and chicks. My friend, Barbara Hyatt, my son-in-law's mother, had given me 1 or 2 in a pot. I now have hens and chicks there. hens and chicks here, hens and chicks here, hens and chicks here, hens and chicks here, and I went into one. I have hens and chicks here, and I have hens and chicks here, and I have hens and chicks in a basket up there, and I have hens and chicks everywhere. And I'm going to take some of them. I told Tom we ought to just get the baby starts and take them to the flea market and sell them as starts. I got hens and chicks in this pot, hens and chicks here. Quite pretty. I love the way they catch the rain. Oh, and I got to show you the tomatoes. Look at this. Tom got Roma starts at the Grange, and I used my old pantyhose to hold them up. These are Romas, and it gets much chillier. I may have to pick these and put them in newspaper in a box and keep them. They will ripen. If they're shiny like this, they will ripen gradually. Yes. And then these are the Cherokee tomatoes that get huge. They are so delicious. Yes, these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful big tomatoes. Look at that. These are heirloom, so I can save the seeds for next year's crop. Yeah. Now, this was the greenhouse, but we decided not to use it as a greenhouse per se. We got more tomatoes in here because we didn't want to put plastic on it again. But it made a perfect place with tomatoes in my hanging my pantyhose from the roof beams to hold up the tomato vines. Here's my baby, my good girl. And there's our new generator. And there's our prior generator. Motor runs, but it wouldn't put out any power. And that's the one I need to get Tom to take to the Sears to get fixed. And there's another generator that Tom thought he could rebuild. And then there's another generator that he thought he could get parts out of. And there's another generator that quit on us and we replaced, and he thought he could use parts from that too. But they just sit there. And now he says he's going to take them for metal, scrap metal, the ones that really can't be fixed. And there's the old, beautiful Alice Chalmers bulldozer. Tom rebuilt that thing. Dougie did the camouflage on it, using real ferns and real oak leaves for the stencils. Pretty cool. This is the thing the Tom's shop had fallen down on. It still has a few dings in it like that. Domey thing. But, yeah, he's really proud of what Dougie did. And they put a cage on it, a roll cage. A nice seat. New kinds of handles on it. It's pretty nice. It works pretty well. Tom would like to really have an excavator, but you know what the hell. This works right now. Really lucky that we got this thing. And this is one of the hydraulics he replaced. Very good that he's a mechanic. He keeps this thing running. And a lot of this is a locust from our friend's house. He doesn't have woods burning stove or anything, so he just let us get it. They had to cut them down in his backyard. We got all those, and then the other ones are from the fuel reduction they did. 100 feet on each side of the road up by our gate. And it's some of the wood that we got. There's more that needs to be split or cut into sections. And there's more up above still. We got all the ones near the road. And you may not believe this, but this is right here, the tomatilla. Yes, these are tomatillas. And we didn't plant them. Several years ago, we had a big tomatilla plantation here. And then Tom, we had grapes and we had blackberries in here. Then Tom bulldozed out the grapes because they weren't doing anything. The deer were eating them. Actually, the deer, look, you see the deer eating these guys too. Anyway, and these things popped up all by themselves. So the seeds have been sitting in the ground for a couple of years. And when these things get ripe, they're not quite ripe yet. The ball of the fruit, the tomatillo itself, they're called husk tomatoes. It fills the husk. You can feel that these are too tiny. May not make it this year as far as having good fruit. But it makes great salsa. And green salsa. Yeah. The deer like them. So who knows what we may have here next year. You know, see, they eat, that's wild carrot. You can see where they munched that off, or something munched it off. Yeah, these got little tiny ones. Oh, here's one. Yeah, here now you can see this. You open it up, and it's this little, little tomato thing inside. They don't get red, and they make really good. You can fry them up with any kind of Mexican dish. They make great salsa. You see how that fills that husk. And when they go to fruit, the husks are just beautiful little lacework. And they hold the seeds inside. And they have some, but it's still blooming. Yeah, they're still blooming. So maybe we'll get some more. There's this one tomatillo. There are the flowers. Yeah. So my day off, one thing I want to do is go through this whole plant here and see if there are any more that I can get. I got a couple in the house I used in some chili the other night. Turned out pretty good. These are blackberries. And we don't let these go to get to fruit. Well, we have interesting time. And see my kitties with me. And there's our little new Yaris. Yaris, however you say it. Okay, kids. Daddy's being late tonight, huh? Wow. It's a long time Mommy's been talking. Alright, we're coming back up to the cabin. There's the other outhouse. It's hard getting up to that outhouse when you gotta go bad. It's down there and then back into the house. That's one reason I'm staying down the trailer, because that other outhouse is closer. Maybe when I get healed up it'll be better. Right now it's not. And this is the front of our cabin. And welcome, friends, and we are back home. Thank you.